it's John here. Well, for our Tiddler's story today, we'll be thinking a little bit about flowers, about snowdrops, and about waking up from sleep. I love the way that the snowdrops poke through the soil at this time of year, and I love to spot when you start to see them just bloom and blossom and bring out their flowers. And it's so good that it happens so early on. It's lovely when you get the daffodils and then the blossom on the trees and all the life and the flowers coming out, the signs of spring. But snowdrops are such a beautiful early sign. It's like God gave them to us in the middle of the winter to remind us that the winter will end, that after the darkness comes the light, that after the winter comes the spring. And I was thinking about the snowdrops and about how God brings life, brings things back. I was telling the Tiddlers the story of Sleeping Beauty, how after 100 years of sleep, the prince kisses Beauty and she wakes. And with her, all those in the palace who have been snoozing and slumbering for 100 years wake up. It's a picture of new life. It's a picture of how Jesus gives us new life, how he brings us from sleep to wakefulness, from death to resurrection life, from darkness to light. He is a God who loves to give us life and peace and hope and joy. And when they wake up, of course, they celebrate. There's a feast as they enjoy the wakefulness, as they celebrate the ending of the sleep and the coming of the new light. And we get to do that at this time of year. We get to remember that the darkness and the greyness and the winter and the cold is not God's eternal plan. It's not God's purpose for us. He wants us to know his kindness and his warmth and his love. He wants us to walk in the light. It's why Jesus came at Christmas. It's why Jesus died for us at Easter. It's why Jesus rose from the dead, so that he could banish forever all that is bad and cold and nasty and dark, and bring into our hearts and our lives all that is light and warm and joyful and good. Jesus told his friends that when they were feeling worried, they should consider the flowers. They should think on the flowers. When they were feeling anxious, they should consider the birds. He said, look at the flowers. They're here today, they're gone tomorrow, but look what beauty God gives them. Look at the birds. They don't have cupboards stocked with food. They don't go to the shops to buy their food, but God gives them what they need. God cares for them. Do you not think that you matter more to God than the flowers and the birds? If God gives the flowers such beauty and the birds everything they need, how much more will he care for you? We get weighed down by our fears, by our worries, by our concerns. And Jesus says, stop looking at your concerns and look at the God who loves you. Look at him. Look at the one who kisses you in your slumber and brings you to new life, to wakefulness, to feasting and to joy. Look at the one who cares for all the creation he has made and cares especially for you. God is not a God to leave us in the darkness. He is the sort of God who saw us in the darkness and who came into our darkness, who came to swallow up our darkness, who came to give us a life full of joy and peace, a life full of his love. That is who God is, and the snowdrops are there to remind us.